Hey, it's Jay, and I'm here today with my July update and haul. Some of the haul is books, but some of it, hi Alicia, is from a stage show I went to, which was very fun, and I will talk about that in a bit. I'll start with my July updates. First of all, I read a couple small books. I am kind of still getting over a reading slump that a certain book has put me in, and I haven't really read much this month. I read Words on Bathroom Walls in less than 24 hours because it was small, and then I've read half of 2 fantasy books, but I haven't finished them because I just really need some YA contemporary right now. But I'm still in a reading slump and I haven't read that much this month. I finished my first year of college. Today was actually the day of my final exam for the summer semester, and in 3 weeks I'm going to be starting my fall semester, so I have 3 weeks of summer. Yay. I wrote a song inspired by Dana and Phil, and I'm currently fine-tuning it. Like, I'm still, I've got all the lyrics set out, and I think I've got most of the chords laid out. I just have to figure out like how I'm gonna, what kind of strum pattern I'm gonna do, and I've taken a few words away that were repeated, that didn't need to be repeated, that were just unnecessary in general, and I'm hoping to record that sometime this month. And I've decided that in terms of Questions Nobody Ever Asks, which is my YA contemporary novel, which I wanted to work on the developmental edits for this summer and possibly start querying by the end of the year or early next year. Right now I don't have motivation for it, and so I decided that I'm going to take a break from it, and I'm going to try and work on the first book in my YA fantasy series, because I'm technically rewriting the first book. I haven't really talked about this series a lot, but it's my Power of the Zoe series, and I wrote the first book when I was 16, from 14 to 16, and I changed like 4 major things since then, and so I'm currently rewriting it. I've written about 20,000 words of it, but I'm going to focus on that project right now. Oh! She can smell the lipstick. But now hopefully that the semester is done, I will be able to stay up late without feeling bad about it, and maybe be able to write, because like, I don't know, nighttime is, even though I get tired like as soon as it gets dark, nighttime's when like my most creative juices are flowing. Can I help you? So earlier this month, about, I think it was July 6th, whatever the first Friday of the month was, Crew and we went to Dr. Phillips Center in downtown Orlando, and we saw Dan and Phil's Attractive Introverts show. It was so fun. I wasn't able to get any good pictures because I didn't bring my camera, and I just had my phone, which is an Android, which is notorious for having crappy camera focus. And so I was only able to get a couple blurry pictures of the stage. But it was a lot of fun. I was kind of worried because I've only been a fan of them for a few months, and I was kind of scared that I was going to be let down, but it exceeded my expectations. It was so fun. I actually had genuinely had a good time. Like, it's sometimes really hard for me to have fun, but I don't know, they're special. So I did get 4 things. The first thing I got is a cap. It says Introvert on the front, and it has Tour 2018 on the back, and I would have worn this video, but it would have been like shading my eyes, and I would have trouble seeing, and you would have had trouble seeing me, so I did not do that. I also got a tour t-shirt. Now it's the cat fur and all the stuff on it because I have to wash it, but it's just like the regular black, has the Attractive Introverts, and then it has all the tour dates on it. I need to wash it. I then got a tote bag which has the logo on it, and then I got a poster which I'm not going to unravel because I am trying to wait to do that until I get back to my college in a few weeks, so then I can put it on my wall. But I will put a picture of it on Instagram once I put it on my wall. And in terms of books that I got, I did a surprisingly emotional Amazon Prime Day book haul, but I did get a few other books that weren't in the Amazon Prime Day. One is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I haven't seen this on BookTube too much. I've seen it by a few people, and I think it's like there's no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery, and humanity has conquered all those things, even death, but there are special people called Scythes whose job is to kill people, and are these two characters that get chosen to be Scythes, but neither of them want it, and so they have to deal with that. And it sounds really interesting, and kind of dark. It sounds kind of dark, but I like that dark stuff, so. Excuse me, Missy. This next one I have seen around BookTube a lot, and I've heard a lot of positive things about it, but I've also heard people that liked it but didn't enjoy the writing, which I get, but I'm still gonna try it. And that is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, which is James Patterson Presents. This is the first book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper trilogy. I don't know if it's a series or if it's gonna be a trilogy, because the third one was at BookCon. The arc was at BookCon this past June, and I'm really excited to read it. This is a retelling of Jack the Ripper, and this girl has to stalk Jack the Ripper and kill him, except she loves him, so that's a cool twist, and I can't wait to read this. So this next one is History's All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Because this is Adam Silvera, is of course going to be queer, and it's going to be sad at the end, like they both die at the end, and I really liked Adam Silvera's They Both Die at the End, and so I'm hoping to like this just as much. Next one I got is And I Darken by Kirsten Wright. This is I want to say this is a Vlad the Impaler retelling. I'm not positive, I can't remember, but I know it's really popular, and that it's gotten really good feedback, and I like the cover. Purple's my favorite color, and I love the color against the black, and it's YA fantasy or sci-fi, and it just sounds really interesting. And it's kind of historical fiction as well, and I've gotten into historical fiction, or I've gotten several historical fiction books recently. Speaking of which, I've gotten Fox from Nadine Brandes. This is a gunpowder plot retelling with Guy Fawkes, and the main character is his nephew, I believe, and this just came out a couple weeks ago, and so I got it the week it came out. I love the cover, the spine is gorgeous, and I love the gunpowder plot. I hadn't heard of that until I played the Doctor Who game, where it was based then, and historical fiction, and it's just kind of magical realism in there as well, and it sounds really interesting, and I love it. And the last book I got this month was the paperback edition of Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. We probably all know about this because Sasha is a booktuber, one of the biggest booktubers, if not the biggest booktuber with over 300,000 subscribers. And I have been wanting to get this for a while, but the hardback edition was $18 as YA hardback novels tend to be, and since the paperback edition is usually $10 or $11, I was waiting for this, and it is massive. It's more than 500 pages, holy crap. And from what I can tell, the chapter headings are gorgeous. From what I can tell, it's narrated by multiple people. I can't figure out, it looks like at least 4, but it's kind of steampunk, sci-fi, spacey, and I'm really excited to read it. So that's all I have for my July update and haul, some of which is books, some of it's not. So yeah, that's all I've got for today. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified every time I upload. I upload every Saturday and sometimes during the week. Down below in the description are links to my different social medias, including Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and I will see y'all in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.